CM 365, all about Carnatic music. Mohanam, a pleasing and enchanting raga which captures the listener immediately. I'm sure all of you would have heard many beautiful compositions in this ragam, which is a pentatonic scale having 5 notes. Sa ri ga pa da sa sa da pa ga re sa. I'll share some interesting aspects about this ragam with you today. In fact, ragam, if you look at the ragas, Mohanam is supposed to be one of the most ancient ragas known to mankind. And in the Tamil Pan, it is known as the Mullai Pan. And it is a Sarva Swara Gamaka Varikarakti raga in the sense that all the notes in this ragam can be oscillated beautifully like Sa, Ri, or Ga, Ga, or Dha, Da. Of course, this is not the only way in which it is oscillated. Depending on the context, depending on the phrases in which it comes, it can reveal different hues and colors to us in terms of the oscillation as well. Now, looking at how this ragam has been used in compositions, we see that many compositions actually start on the Gandhara. For example, Bhavanuta Narada, or Bhuvanatraya Sammohanakara, or Kapali, or the famous Ninnu Kori Varnam, or Nannu Palimpaga, or Yen Palli Kundiraya, or Narasimha Agacha, or Dayarani Dayarani, or the Tarangam Shemam Kuru Gopala. Like this, we see that many compositions start on the Gandhara. Sometimes also on the Shadja, like Mohana Rama. Again, because of the very nature of the notes which come together in this ragam, we see that the Janta Swara combinations or the Dhatu Swara combinations add so much beauty to it. For example, Sa Sa Ri Ri Ga Ga Ri Ri Ga Ga Pa Pa Da Da Pa Pa Sa Sa Da Da Pa Pa Ga 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 Da Da Pa Pa Ga Ga Ri Ri, like this Janta Swara combination, or the Dhatu Swara Sa Pa Ga Da Pa Sa Da Ri Da Ga Ri Ga Sa Ri Da Sa Pa Sa Da Sa Pa Da Ga Pa Ri Pa Ga Pa Ri Ga Sa Ri. Like this, we see that the jumping of notes also lends a special beauty to it. Now, notes in Mohanam are earliest notes actually, which happen to be in the cycle of the 5th. Like for example, Sa Pa, or Ri Da, or Da Ga. Because of this particular sequence of notes, it is seen that this particular scale is found in the music of various nations, including we see that the primitive tribes also have made use of this scale. Then also ancient Chinese, Japanese, Hungarian, Swedish and Gypsy music have this particular Mohanam as a scale. And all genres of music, for example, you see Varavina, Mridupani, the Geetam itself is in this, the Ragam, then you have Varnam, the Kritis, then Tillana, and so on. Tyagaraja has composed about 11 compositions in Mohana Ragam. Muthuswami Dikshidhar about 6. Papanasam Shivan has also composed. And interestingly, Shyama Sastri did not compose even one composition in Mohanam. And there are plenty of Tevarams, Tiruvachagam, and also we see that the 16th Tirupave has been set to the Mohana Raga. I would like to finally share an interesting anecdote with you about the composition Nannu Palimpa of Tyagarajar that he composed in Mohanam and what led him to actually compose this. Tyagarajar's daughter was getting married and his disciple Valajapet Venkatramana Bhagavatar, actually he walked all the way, I would say, from his village to Thiruvayaru just to attend this wedding. And while coming to see his guru, he actually brought a beautiful, large, life-size picture of depicting the Sri Rama Pattabhishekam, and he wanted to present it to his guru. So when this beautiful Pattabhishekam picture was presented to Sri Tyagaraja, he became totally ecstatic and he burst into this beautiful song. Nannu palimpaga nadachi vachitivo, meaning, did you come walking all the way, O Lord Rama, to protect me? Coming to the Hindustani counterpart, we see that this similar scale is also found in the Hindustani system, as two ragams are quite similar, I would say here. One is the Bhoop or Bhopali, and the other is called Deshkar. And we all also know that there is a concept of Purvanga Pradhana Ragas and Uttaranga Pradhana Raga. That concept is there in Hindustani, which means that Purvanga Pradhana means the whole the ragam revolves around the Purvanga, and the dominant note happens to be in the Purvanga. So thus we see that in Bhoop, what happens is that the Gandhara is the dominant note. In Deshkar, it is a Uttaranga Pradhana Raga where the Dhaivata becomes a prominent note. Nevertheless, these two ragams are quite similar to the Mohanam scale. Thus, we could say that Mohanam is indeed a very, very enchanting ragam, which has found its place, I would say, world over because of the fact that it has got so much of beauty embedded in it.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.